Hello, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now, this is a reading for the descending feminine Aries. But before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now, this reading is meant to show what is going on in the life of what we would call the Karmics. But I was guided not to call them that because we all end up being karmics in someone's life at some point in our lives. And this is just showing if you're dealing with like a twin flame or a sacred union and there's a karmic or someone who is a descending feminine in your relationship, it's meant to also not only elevate that person, but also elevate you and propel you onto your journey. Even though these relationships are very tumultuous and very heartbreaking, it's meant to crack you open so you can mend stronger. Okay, so this is for a descending feminine Aries. So what you would call the karmic again. All right, so let's get started. You have the Nautilus Princess, which is powerful personal growth, which is a 5 meaning change. You have 30, which is the garden and the gate. You have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. You have guilt. You have this choice, wisdom, and the star. And you have the cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. And you have only a fool breaks their own heart. And these are the closing guidance, and this is the opening guidance. So we'll get into it before we actually start the reading. And you have 3 harmony. It says, sound such as the Big Bang is simply the movement of air, equivalent to breathing, an act of giving life, creation, a handmade flute, a rattle with crystals, a sacred pipe and drum, nature's voice expressed through human instruments. Music rings the bells in your heart. It opens you to movement and joy. You are in transformation through creativity. Find the secret of meditation and inner harmony by being in an alert stillness. And now we have the Nautilus Princess, number 41. And it says, powerful personal growth. Soon she is to be the queen, and she must make decisions. She feels uncertain about how she will perform when she is elevated and unsure of whether she can wield her power. She is very thoughtful as she contemplates the future, but all around her are the symbols of her future success. There will be change as I change. I will continue to hold fast. It ever reminds me to grow in ways that are in tune with my purpose and my integrity and what I feel is right. I vow to be steadfast and true despite the challenges that are heading my way. And it says, you must act from a pure place, from a natural place, and treat this quest as a sacred task. You will grow in ways that are perfect and perfectly proportioned. Expect to grow more and more over time. This is a time of spiritual and emotional transformation. Okay. So it seems like the descending feminine Aries is going through some things right now that is causing her to have to look at herself fully and see where she is not utilizing her power. Okay. Why is the Nautilus Princess here for the descending? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. See, she's going to have to release because she's going through a phase of something coming to an end. You know, and this end is going to cause her to have to stand on her own and accept the power that is rightfully hers. Why is the garden and the gate here? Because the garden and the gate speaks of being a place where you're very much comfortable. You know, you're a pampered pooch, but, you know, you're like a kept woman and the greater outside world is waiting for you. So it's like lacking vision to go out and stretch your wings because you're so comfortable being a kept woman. Why is the garden and the gate here? Okay. Yeah, see, now it's time for her to really stand up and start making her own money. And, you know, be more nurturing. and thoughtful and more creative, and time to be warm, and stop focusing so much on the luxuries that she has, you know, that was more granted and given to her. Oh, oops. Yeah, but right now she's stuck and unable to make a decision on whether she's to release this and really stand up in her power as the Nautilus, princess is, you know, and step into this Queen of Earth, being fully stable and thinking about creating generational wealth. Okay, why is don't let your past hold you back for the descending feminine Aries? Why is don't, thank you. Yeah. It says gifts of money, time, and effort, new career opportunities, receiving loans, and paying off debts. So yeah, because she's so stuck into always like being treated and cared for, you know, they're telling her not to let her past hold her back of this past of being a pampered pooch. Don't do that to yourself. It looks good in the beginning, but like really and truly, you waste your whole life being pampered. Can we have more on the Six of Earth and not letting your past hold you back? Yeah, see? It comes with so much deception and so much trickery that is it really worth it? Why is guilt here? Why is guilt here? Okay, the Empress and the Five of Fire. So, you know, maybe she's using guilt to keep the masculine stuck in this energies. And, you know, she's using a lot of combativeness, you know, and like keeping the masculine way down in conflict and bothersome, because if she's the mother of his child, which it represents here, as well as a Queen of Earth, because that is also a nurturing mother, right? But she's using this as a means of guilt instead of using the Empress energies as a means to step out and really take hold of her power. Why is be bold and make the first move here for the descending feminine Aries? Oh, okay. Yeah. It says, celebrations, wedding, graduation, birth announcements need to have more fun. And it says motivation, idealistic. It's time for her to focus, focus, focus. So like she's way more into partying and having a good time, but it's telling her that now is a really time for her to focus on this passion to gain stability instead of these conflicting, bothersome details that she has. You know, because right now she has the power within her to do so, but she's really caught up in being stuck behind this gate and unwilling or unable to make a decision. She needs to be focused, you know, and really think about the vision that she's trying to lead. Okay. Only a fool breaks their own heart. Let me see. That's number 39 from the Black Hearted Oracle. Give me 1 second to find it. I don't know where I put that. I don't know where I put it. I don't have the message. Okay, well, all right. What the Only a Fool Breaks Their Own Heart is saying is that when we're in a cycle of things not working out, you know, these bothersome details, these Seven of Air energies, unable to make a decision, it's telling us that we have to sometimes be the fool that breaks our own heart by doing things that we don't want to do, but we need to do for our own betterment. So it's telling her to go ahead and be the fool and just break her own heart. Step out of this comfort that's keeping her blinded, you know, and go seek the Empress status that she can have by raising her vibrations. Why is only a fool breaks their own heart here for the descending feminine? Why is only a fool? Okay. Yeah. It's telling her that she has to gain control of her life, to be the emperor of her life, to be someone who guides her own self, you know, who boldly move forward with the Chariot, you know, from this pampered pooch thing that she has. Like, you know, why would you want to be a pampered pooch when you can be the emperor and govern your own kingdom? And this choice is, again, like with the Two of Air, it's telling her to use the wisdom that she's gained in order to get the very thing that she's looking for. So let's, why is the choices here for the descending feminine Aries? Thank you. Yeah, again, the wisdom. Yeah. See, news of an exciting endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. So it's telling her she has all the wisdom to spark whatever it is that she would like to do. Why is the wisdom card here with the Page of Fire? Why is the wisdom card here for the Page of Fire? And if you notice, there's so many major arcanas on this board for her. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's really signifying change. Yeah. She's going to have to speak her mind with confidence, you know, speak out, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Make a choice. You know, be the king of air. Yeah. Be compassionate to herself. Why is the star here? Why is the star here? Okay. Yeah, the truth. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. 10 of Fire. Yeah, see, it's telling her that she's going to come upon a truth that's going to lead to her healing, right? And realizing that these manipulation that she's doing to be able to keep, you know, behind this gate instead of actually releasing it and releasing her power, you know, it's telling her that what's going to lead to is a missed opportunity. Because right here, she's going to have an opportunity where she could use the wisdom that she's gained throughout this whole experience, you know, but she has to balance her logic and her emotions. But right here is telling her that being that she's gonna miss this opportunity because she's being very manipulative. And I know the devil is not here, but under the deck when I finish shuffling is the 10 of Fire. All right, so expand on the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the 4. Okay. Yeah, 5 of Earth, exactly. So even though she is feeling like a pampered pooch, what's going to happen is she's going to end up feeling left out in the cold, right? And feeling like her opportunity is gone. And this is the truth of the matter. Is because when you are a pampered pooch, there's many pampered pooches. You know, there's always someone younger, prettier, slimmer, fatter, whatever the qualities are that the person is looking for. There's always something better, right? Or that looks better on the surface. So just like new cars, these type of women and men get traded in very easily because they lack substance. They don't wield their power. Is there anything? Okay, thank you. Yeah, the moon. These are the things that are hidden from her. Is that she needs to be more confident within her own abilities. And it's time for her to stretch her wings because she's going to end up being left out in the cold. Anything else you'd like to tell her before we go, please? Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a judgment. Yeah. And if they're married, she's going to get something like a small, what do you call it? A small settlement. But hopefully it'll still be enough for her, you know, to pick herself up. Anything else before we go? Okay. Let me see. Yeah. See? And with this small opportunity, what will happen is the wheel will turn and then she'll start being able to give herself the self-love that she needs and finding the balance and her strength. So that's really good. I mean, at least it works out in the end if she can make these choices, you know, and not allow it to get to the point where it leads to, you know, people finding out how much she's manipulating and then missing an opportunity that leaves her in a lack state. Okay, before we go, the closing guidance, it's commitment. And it's number 3. And it says you need committed. Oh, sorry. Let's do that over. You need commitment to focus on your target. Take aim, pull back the bow, and then shoot your arrow, even though you know you will hit the bullseye with every shot. This is the duality of enlightenment. To hit the bullseye requires total commitment to your spiritual and physical being, but it also requires total commitment to letting go. To simply walking down the path and through the gateway. I mean, come on now. Where am I? Letting go, and through the gateway that leads to your true destiny. It is a process of gathering. You gather your emotions, your mental strength, and your abilities as you would you gather sheep. It can be a long process, but your commitment gives you endurance. It is the next step after defining your act of power, materializing your dreams, and begin to live them. Build that magnificent dream lodge within you and do so with total commitment. I mean, I don't know. These readings really are suggesting that the descending energies really start elevating. Because, I mean, it's 2020 and we all know that this is a year of stability. This is a year to get on your path. Because it's the first beginning to what can be beautiful in the next few years coming. You know, everyone is hyped up about 2020, but 2020 is just a kickstart. You know, it's just the gunshot. Boom! Start running the race, man. All right, I thank you so much for coming to the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.